We're live.
Yep.
In Kombat Karate, Long Beach, California. Man, this is exciting. I'm here with Slider X himself. This is your dojo, man. This is
yes,
it.
Sir. This is home.
This is it right here. This is the zen. This is the peace. This is where you come to reset, huh? This is it. I like it. It's very spacious. But we're not alone today.
Nope.
We got some OGs with us. We got Nemo. We got Brix. The almighty Brix is here with us. We've been talking about that one for a minute. Nemo is an amazing addition to that surprise today. We got the three OGs here, taking it all the way back to the beginning, man. I mean, the last we spoke with you, we didn't know whether you were coming back or not. It was on the table. You came back. You had some good years. You had a great season last year. You guys all had a great season the last 2 years that I've seen you. Talk to me what it's been like coming back since then, the return to Dark Harbor.
Well, at the time that we spoke, I wasn't initially planning on coming back.
Right.
I couldn't talk about it then, but at that time we were invited to come back to do the memorial show for Squeaks. So that was in the cards already, that we were going to be working on that show. And then Brix was kind of like, I think I want to go back. And I was like, hey bro, do your thing. You know what I mean? And then, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
You want to come back with me? And it's like, well, okay, well, let's see how it goes. And then it was just kind of it from there. And then so we were back. Yeah.
Indeed, man. I mean, and you talk about that show. I didn't get to attend that show in person, but I did see a lot of footage of it. And man, that show was incredible from that 2024 tribute show. And honestly, that really I feel opened up that door again to do what you guys were also involved in this year, which was also Sliders Unite too, which was really cool to have you guys represented in there, because you guys are the OGs that, you know, laid the pathway to that event for the, you know, a lot of people to slide those grounds now, you know what I mean? If it weren't for you guys, you know, that, I mean, there'd be probably no team, there'd be none of that today. What was it like, you know, coming back a whole year later, each one of you, and just participating in that all over again? I mean, now doing a full season and now just being more involved in it.
Yeah, for me it was a blessing, you know, just to be back each year with everybody. So, you know, it was kind of nerve-wracking at first, just getting back into it and stuff like that. But be back in the show was pretty good this year. So yeah.
Well, it's kind of a funny story for me, because I get the memorial show was my first year back, or it was like my first time actually sliding in a few years. I was pretty content on being retired, but then when they told me about it, and I was like, there's no way I'm missing that. And then I kind of caught the bug after that. And I was like, and then sure enough, summer comes along, they're like, hey, you want to come back and play? I was like, yeah, why not? Even though my wife was telling me at the time, she was like, I don't think you got what it takes to do a full season again. I was like, maybe not, but I ended up surprising myself, and then kind of got back in the groove finally by the end of the season, when I trying to get back to where I was before, jumping more people.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Man, I get goosebumps watching you guys work, because of the fact that, you know, as a Haunt fan, it's that Haunt history. The last time I had X on the show, he was filling me in on the Haunt history of like Shipwrecked and stuff. So then I was getting more excited, because I fell in love with Dark Harbor, and to get more history on where it all began, where it all started, to hear your guys' story about it, to hear your guys' experiences about it, and then to see where you guys are today. You know what I mean? From going to sliding in just one little platform to like now having grounds, the entire grounds to slide around. You know what I mean? It's like, it's insane to see how much sliding has gained popularity since then, and how much people are involved with it now. Talk to me, specifically Nemo and Brix, talk to me about your guys' early experiences over working Dark Harbor, Shipwrecked and stuff like that.
Oh man, well, to me it was just getting a job back in 2007 when I graduated high school. So I saw the flyer my mom gave to me, and just like, all right, let's go see what's up. So I went and signed up, and I never thought that it would be this.
Right.
Like all these years later, just, you know, I was just looking to make some money, but here I am sliding from 2007 to 2026 now. So it's just like, I never saw this coming. So to see the growth now, where no one really knew about sliding, and then now I see like younger kids who are sliding and doing all these things. I'm just like, now it's a real sport.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real sport. So things are changing fast. So
can you see something like sliding eventually, like in the next 10 years or something, being involved in the Olympics?
Man,
that was always his goal.
Right. That's a long stretch, because that would be nice. I would love to see it, but it's just like, man, you know, who's going to be on that board that's going to say, hey, this is legit? You know,
I'll counter that with no one ever thought skateboarding was going to make it to the Olympics.
There you
That's
go.
a good point. That's a good point.
And now it's there.
So-
And now it's there. You know what I mean? And the first person to win an Olympic gold medal from skateboarding was from Japan. You know what I mean? Like, it's insane to see where the world of skateboarding has gone, but to see, yeah, like you said, where the world of sliding has gone. You know, it's crazy. So, yeah, dude, nearly 20 years, almost. Next year's 20.
Mhm.
That is crazy. Nemo, what about you?
So it's kind of funny. I can't put myself necessarily on the same level as these two because I came in actually right after Shipwreck, like right after Shipwreck. I came in right when they started Dark Harbor.
Okay.
At that point in time, I was going to college for theater and production, and then I saw the flyer for auditions, and I was just like, oh, cool, I'm 18, and I'm like, I'm gonna go be a haunt actor, and ended up getting in. I worked like 2 years just doing Maze Monster stuff, and then I ended up getting hired with these two on build crew on the Queen Mary, and that's actually how I ended up meeting these guys. And then within like I've only been there for like I'd only been there for 2 years, and then that third year I started training with them. Was prospecting for a bit, got out on streets, so I was kind of like a backup for a little while, and then about a year later ended up getting thrown into it.
There it is.
Yeah, and been on ever since. So it's kind of funny because like I guess everybody's kind of talked about like I'm the I guess you'd say the last of the OG, the last of the OGs,
Last OG.
the last of the OGs. So I'm the baby OG, I guess you could say. 'Cause
That's funny. You're like, it's almost like you're Superman. You're like the last son of Krypton, man.
Yeah.
It's like
these are the two guys that taught me everything I know. So that's definitely. But it was a lot of fun. I mean, it was definitely some of the best times of my life. And then after, you know, especially after, right before COVID, that was the last time I'd actually been doing Dark Harbor was 2019. And then it was funny because at the time, me, Squeaks, and Fido in 2019, I remember we were like, you know what, let's have we're gonna come back in 2020 and we're gonna have our last year. We're gonna have our last year together. We'd actually, all the three of us had made like a pact. We were like, we're gonna come back. We're gonna work full time. 2020 is gonna be our retirement year, and that didn't happen.
I don't think, it didn't happen for anybody, man. 2020 was just not that year, man.
Yeah, definitely not. And then, after Squeaks passed,
That changed a lot.
I changed a lot. I wasn't really sure. Wasn't really sure where I was gonna go in terms of hunting. Like I had like ideas of possibly starting like a team out in the Las Vegas area, and I was but at the same time I was also pretty content with being retired, and then getting invited to come and do the haunt show. Everything just flooded back. I mean, being back on the streets with these guys at that time, being around everybody, I caught the haunt bug bad.
Yeah.
And I was just like, well, now I'm back, and I'm already talking about next year. So
Oh,
I'm
man.
like, my wife was like, you gonna be doing it again? I'm like, probably.
You're like, I got the bug again. It's like the mob, dude. It's like they say, man. Once you try to get out, but they pull you back in. You know what I mean? It's like you never really truly retire.
It's like pro wrestling.
Pro wrestling, man.
There's always one more.
There's always one more. Ric Flair's like what, 80 something, and he's still wrestling, bro. Like I'm like, you're gonna kill yourself in the ring, dude. Just
It's the Lost Boys. It's the Lost Boys.
Yeah.
Once you've drank the blood, like you're in it forever. You're one of us.
Yeah, no, dude, that's incredible though. I mean, because it's like, from what I hear, these two, you know, I hear stories from these two, and I've found very little footage that X has sent me out there from Shipwrecked, you know, to see those prints and then to see those early days of Dark Harbor, you know what I mean, and like to see that event grow to where it was. Overall, like with where it left off in 2019 and where it's at today, what do you guys feel? Do you guys feel like it's back? Do you guys feel like did it? There's something missing about it, or did you guys feel like for you guys it was just a welcome home?
No, well, this has that old school feel to it.
Yeah.
Now, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's, you know, who's running it or stuff like that, but it has that old school feel to it because the people running it now, they kind of see like how it used to be and they understand that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been a blessing. So everyone has their own little idea of how they run things, but it's been a blessing.
Awesome.
Yeah, I concur with that. Honestly, I wasn't 100% sure how it was going to be. Because I as soon as I saw that Dark Harbor was coming back, I remember I looked into it immediately. I was like, oh, no way. And then when I found out it was going to be a whole other company, and also Squeaks had literally just passed. So I was kind of like, oh, I don't really know. I really don't know. And then going and doing the memorial show, I had a lot of fun. And then I talked to these guys. I think, you know, is it exactly the same? No, definitely not. Times change, people change.
Right.
But it definitely was still of a homely feeling, especially, you know, there were a few people from like post-COVID days and stuff like that. So that made it, that also helped. But no, actually, I think it was still kind of like a new family feeling, meeting a lot of new kids, like going back into it, starting to feel like the older ones. You're like, oh man, how old are you? Oh, you can't drink yet. Okay. Never mind. I guess we won't go get drinks after the show. So I guess like I'm coming into it, or coming back into it now, being one of the elder ones.
Oh man,
I think they did a good job. I know their consensus was to like create a Dark Harbor as if Dark Harbor was never gone.
Right.
So to kind of how it would have evolved, I
Just
guess.
picked up words.
Right. So I think they did a good job with that at the evolution, you know what I mean? Because it does feel like Dark Harbor.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like old Dark Harbor, but it does feel like home, you know, and I guess it's kind of hard not to with certain elements around, obviously the queens in the background, but then, you know, you have the ringmaster walking by, and then there's the voodoo priestess, and then it's like, oh, we're home, you know what I mean? So, and then to turn around and then see these guys there, it's like, oh, yeah, we're home again, you know what I mean? We're back on the block. You know what I mean?
That was the best part. Like, honestly, that was the best part about coming into work. Just meeting up, it's like seeing the guys in the park. Hey, what's up?
That was my favorite thing, is like walking in, and I knew if I saw one of you, the rest of you were gonna follow, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna stick around here real quick because I know some things about to pop off. I'm gonna have a good laugh, and it usually was it was always both. Honestly, I never walked away with either being entertained or laughing. So it was just always a great time to just hang out in the zones and just watch you guys just do your craft. It was just incredible because like I've heard the stories, now I finally get to see all you guys together doing what you guys do. You know what I mean? So that's been, for me as a fan, that's been beyond incredible. Like that's just cool to see all that. Talk to me this year. I know that you know, sliding without the hands is your guys' specialty. As we're climbing up there in age, is it getting harder?
It's not that it gets harder.
Because last year I remember you were saying that,
it's
you were telling me.
So it's not that it gets harder. It's there's certain things, right, that I guess it's harder for me to do. Like one of my signature moves is a backbend. Right. I've been doing those for a very long time. As I get older, it becomes harder for me to hold those as long as I used to hold them. So I used to shoot a whole tunnel backbend.
Absolutely.
You know, now I can't do that anymore. You know what I mean? It's very difficult for me to do.
You're still doing the backbend.
So I still got to get it in there. You know what I mean? But
that's awesome.
So I got to find ways to make up for it. So in other ways, I'll have to use my hands to get as low as I want to get, or something like that. So that's more for like show stuff. Working the streets. I don't even know if I used my hands once on the streets this year.
I don't think I ever saw you, honestly.
Yeah, so working the streets, it's not usually something I really need, but like
The show.
Sliders Unite,
Yeah.
you know, I am using them when I'm hitting arches.
Obviously,
and
yeah.
stuff like that.
For more
you
of a
know,
safety thing, more.
Yeah, so it's just,
Yeah.
you know, something I got to do now.
Yeah, yeah. What about you guys? Are you guys? I know Brix. Brix. I watch you out there, man. And I see you doing some crazy shit out there, bro. I'm like, I don't even know how a human being can do something like that. Like, what's going on over there?
You know, it's really just conditioning the body, man. It's conditioning the body. A lot of ice bath. A lot of ice bath. But yeah, it's, you know, it's not doing it for a while, but that muscle memory still being there.
Yeah.
So it's getting into it, and it's just like it's getting that rust out. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So, but we just get back into it. It's you know, it don't seem like any different from 2016 when we were doing it. So
Yeah, it was like it was definitely like riding a bike, because I was like, yeah, I don't know if my body's gonna do this again. Hit that first slide, and I'm like, oh, I'm good. I remember this.
We're back.
Yeah, like, go ahead.
Me, on the other hand, it's actually kind of funny because I physically can't jump with hands.
Okay.
Like, I don't know how.
You just
Because
you never,
I've
Wow.
always
Never learned.
I never
Yeah.
learned.
But that's kind of impressive. You know what I mean?
we
Like,
never had anyone to teach us that.
yeah. that's just-
However, when it comes to sliding, I actually do use my hands. Mainly because, like, for me, I tend to slide a little bit more sideways anyway, and actually that's kind of one of my preferred favorites. I love going around corners, especially like the spot that I was in this year in Circus. I had so many good hiding spots, and I would tend to slide out kind of like at a sideways. So I tend to like kind of like sprawl out like a sideways spider. So
Right.
I actually realized that, because I know a lot of the guys, they don't have like they'll have the pucks on their hands or whatever, but they
Right.
don't have like fingertips. I was like, by the end of the year, every year, I'm like, my fingertips are gone all the time.
Yeah.
Because that's what I tend to do. I use my fingers as some ways as a break, or then sometimes I just like to shoot sparks with like my gloves. So when it comes to sliding, just for scares, I use my hands quite a bit actually, but not when I'm jumping, or not very much unless I'm doing a Superman or anything like that in show. I don't really,
Yeah, like going back to what you said earlier, when we were practicing for this past Sliders Unite, I wasn't doing shows. Well, none of us were doing shows, so I didn't like have to have my tricks on deck. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like I'm just street scaring, and then it's like we found out last notice.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so we're at the Sliders Unite practice, and it's like, okay, let me go up. Backbend, and I go backbend, and I'm like, oh god, that sucks. Like,
Having to pull it out of the
and then I remember telling these guys after, like, dude, I don't know, man, I don't know, and they're like, what's wrong? I'm like, I don't know if I can hit it, bro. And they're just like, hey, just do what you can. And then once show night, it was like, okay, here's the first one, and I hit that first backbend, and it was like I felt my head touch the floor. And I was just like, okay, here we go. And I think you even see it in the video right after. I'm like, oh, let's go.
you don't remember.
I'm back.
That Sliders Unite show, you hit a 360 back then.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, there it goes.
Yeah, yeah.
There it is.
I was feeling it.
got up like, he's like, I hope everyone saw that, because it ain't happening
It
again.
happening again. Oh man, and honestly, yeah, I do have it on film. 'Cause
Yeah, I know.
Both shows. I got both of them. But it's no, dude, it's incredible to watch you guys still, even as you're evolving, man. It's like, it's just to see you guys still do it and keep up with the kids, man. Like, to show them, you know what I mean? Like, I like that, honestly, because like you don't get to see, like, a lot of people will call quits immediately. You guys are still going. You guys are still showing people that you guys can still go and still do it and still keep up. And you guys do no problem. You guys make it look so easy. You guys make it look like anybody can just do it. I was constantly, there was nights I would constantly talk to X at the event, constantly, and the one thing, and you know this, Brix, he calls you the Michael Jordan of sliding.
He's the man, bro. He's the man.
He
does
calls you
stuff
Michael
like
Jordan
you
of
said a
sliding.
minute ago. He does stuff like, how? Not only how do you do that? How did you even think of that? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Man,
it's that, and like you said, it's the athleticism.
it's the athleticism.
Taking care of the body and staying in shape. You know.
That's because even in our prime, like during our prime days, like before COVID and everything, he's always been like the I can't even say necessarily the coach. He was like the motivator. He was like the motivator guy. He was the drill instructor.
Yeah.
Straight up. He'd be like hitting us up after the show. Be like, all right, tomorrow 6 a.m. the gym, right? Let's go.
So he's the,
you eating right?
He's got the mentality of the job's not finished yet.
2016. I remember we were talking, and I was like, "Hey, bro, you know, I'm getting older. You know, I want to see if I can like make most valuable slider one more time in my career. You know what I mean? And he's just like, all right, bro, yeah, let's get it. And this is like, June, and he's like, yeah, bro, let's get it. Next day, he's at my house at 6 in the morning. And I'm just like, what's up, bro? And he's like, let's go. I'm like, where we going? We're going to the gym.
He's ready to go.
We're going to the gym. And I was like,
they don't play.
All right.
They don't play.
Let's go. And he had this whole list of exercises for me. Like, all right, let's go.
I respect that.
You want the belt, right? You want the belt, right?
So, like an athlete, right? Like if I'm a runner, which I came from running. Like I gotta train, I gotta get in the gym. Like my muscles are going through stress, so I gotta be able to uphold.
Right.
Being able to jump this many people, being able to slide like this and that. So, we gotta tighten the body. We gotta get the abs right. We gotta get the leg work.
The legs,
right.
legs.
Morning's always the greatest to do the workouts too. It's when it's the coldest, man.
When it sucks the most.
Look, I'm wearing the Rocky shirt. You see Rocky do that in Philadelphia, running up the stairs in the freaking blazing cold weather, man.
The sun ain't even up yet.
I gotta respect him though. He's doing it in Converse too. Like I can't. I don't know how. And he's sprinting in that scene. Like he is sprinting in Converse. I'm like, my feet would be killing me. Like, I don't know how you do it. I can't walk a whole day with just in Converse. You know what I mean? But no, I mean it is incredible to see all of your guys' athletic abilities. To be honest with you, because like I am always blown away because there are still things to this day that I am seeing that I have never seen before, and it's like when I see things like when I go to different events and see things that I don't see before from different people from all different backgrounds, all this stuff. It's incredible. It's unique to see how much we are truly blessed and thankful to have people like you guys in this community, because it really is people like you guys that help bring these shows to life on a bigger scale. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like we all go for the mazes and stuff, but in between that, we're walking these zones, especially if you're at Dark Harbor, you can literally just hang out all night and drink and stay in the zone. You know what I mean? Or like, or if you want to eat, or if you want to just watch all the shows, like you could just stay in the zones. Like Dark Harbor gives you that luxury.
Yeah, you get those people, they knock everything out in an hour. And
honestly, like that was me. Like I would knock all the mazes out like right in the beginning of the event, and the rest of the night I was just like, all right, I'm good. I got what I needed from that maze. Like I'm just gonna chill in the zones for the rest of the night. I would literally walk laps around that entire floor print, and it was just like truly just to watch all of you guys, whether I was in the circus, whether I was by the freaking slider show, whether I was in the back of the chainsaw alley, wherever I was always seeing something unique, no matter what. Now talk to me about, now I want to go back a little bit, because Brix and Nemo, I want to talk specifically about you two. I need to know from the beginning, because Brix, you said this for you was just a job. Like this was something that you were just trying to look for. Were you never like really a horror or like anything like haunt fan be prior to that, or were you anything?
I did stuff like scaring my peoples around the house when I'm jumping out of cabinets or something like that. Just simple stuff like that. Yeah. So I would sit there for hours just for that one scare. So like I was already doing stuff like that. So when I saw this, it was like my mom already knew. She was just like, here, they're hiring down here. I'm just like, oh, this sounds fun. Like get to Halloween and scare people and stuff like that. So when I first started, like I wasn't even a slider. Like I think we were just running for like a month straight back then in Dark Harbor. It was just like the month of October.
The month of October, yeah. Like it was like October 1st to the 31st.
Now it's like a month and a half now, dude. It's crazy.
2 months.
So now, so it was the first 2 weeks. I was just a regular monster in the maze called Revenge of the Reaper.
Okay. It
was all like skeleton based. I was just like running around. I had that mask. I had a skeleton mask, and it had red hair. It's just it's like a skeleton mask with red hair. That was it. And I wore like a jumpsuit, just simple stuff. And then I got it to slide, and I saw Evil, the other slider. Shout out to Evil. I saw Evil, and I saw him. I'm just like, what is this stuff they're doing? And then I was paying attention. I was asking questions, and I started getting my gear. And the guy over at Heath at the time, I asked him, hey, is it okay if I slide in the maze right here? And in the maze area, where it was just like a long tunnel, it was just like a brick area. It was outside. Hence, that's how I got my name.
There it is.
And I was just in that one little tunnel, just killing it. And Heath came over one time and was just like, hey, man, listen, you killing it over here. I'm going to call you Brix. I got my name, and I'm just like, okay, cool. So I'm just in that tunnel, and these guys are on the other side. I didn't know.
Because, back Shipwreck, it was like like the only division between the outside of the event and the maze was like a piece of plywood. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
he's like on one side of the plywood doing his thing, and we're on the other side of the plywood, like
Doing your
hey,
guys', yeah.
hey, who's in there? Because we can hear him, you know, and like and we're just like, hey, who is that? You know?
Yeah. So when I'm in there and I just see this real tall guy coming through the dark and his squeaker, I'm like, I didn't know him at the time. Just like, all right, cool. And it was him and X, and I'm just like, yeah, what you over here doing? Just sliding. Oh, okay, let me see what you can do. I just did some stop and pop. She's like, oh, okay, cool, man. And left it at that. And then, oh man.
Yeah, we walked out like, hey, we need this guy.
Bring him outside.
Hey,
Bring him outside.
This guy.
and it was lucky me that at the end of the season, at the rap party, they were doing like a slider show at the rap party, right?
Cool.
So I'm looking for him, like, man, where these guys at? Didn't see him. Walk to the parking lot, and they're out there sliding. I'm just like,
We were like rehearsing the
yo,
show.
what's up? What y'all doing? He was like, you got your gear? Yeah, I got my gear. Yeah. And I've been here ever since, man.
Yeah.
2007.
Nice.
We were doing shows in 2007.
2007.
Back when you had to make your own slider stuff.
Yes. And we still
QM
do.
Sliders, the first, from what I'm understanding, the first show slider team
Yeah.
at an event.
Yeah.
Pretty much, but it was like a party. It was a rap party. So
Yeah.
it wasn't like an open night.
Yeah,
You know,
it was
a private
just, it was a
thing,
private
you know what I
thing.
mean?
You know what I mean? But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it went from,
And that's how kind of wild the shipwreck was. They were just like, hey, you guys want to do a show?
yeah.
All right. You know what I mean? Like,
And you would tell me like it would just be everything was on the spot.
yeah, and then like
You guys messing around.
and then it would be like halfway. We're just going out freestyle, you know.
Yeah.
And then it would be like, oh, hey, there's a thing right there. Go get that thing, and we can hold it and go under it. Like one time I think that show we used a door.
just improv.
There was
huh?
literally like just a spare door leaning against the wall.
Oh my god.
And so it was like, yo, get that door, and
Just use
and
it.
We each had one side of the door, and you better be watching, bro, because you're gonna laugh right now. Evil. You got two guys holding the door like this, right? And we're sliding under it like limbo.
Yeah.
And Evil is like, you know, he's had some, right? So he's like, yeah, bro. This is what we're gonna do. He goes, you go under the door. He goes, and I'm gonna jump and slide across the door.
Oh no.
It's like two guys are holding this door, like, bro, like this is not a table, like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, bro, you're gonna break the door. And he's like, no, what are you talking about? I'm not gonna break it. You know, it's just like, no, dude, we're not doing that. And he got like real mad at me about it.
You're like, I'm not putting my body on the line.
And
No,
then
good.
he called me the next morning, like, hey, dude, I'm really sorry. Like, you know, I was drinking. I was like, no, dude, you're cool. Like, but yeah, like that's how it was. It was, hey, get that door and hold this door. We're gonna go into this door. Slider
Improv.
shows, like I said, was like, hey, oh yeah, there's a rope laying in the dirt right there. Go get that rope, and that's the
Do
show.
something with
That's
it.
the show. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
You can limbo that too, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it
It's
was
like,
just
it's
whatever.
simple
That was
yeah.
the show. Okay, here, lay down. We're gonna jump. Okay, hey, thank you, everybody. Have a good night. You know what I mean? Like, that was it. You know?
Yeah. What about you, Nemo? Your origins. What do you grew up a horror fan? You grew up a horror fan?
So it's actually funny. When I was younger, you know, I didn't think I was going to be doing haunt acting because like my whole life I've been in theater
Right.
productions and stuff like that. But I've been a horror fan since I was little. In fact, a lot of the stories I hear, because my grandfather had a big part of my history. I spent a lot of weekends with my grandfather, who was, you know, a Vietnam veteran and kind of crazy. Like honestly, like some of the things he let me watch. Like if adults today saw like a parent showing their kid what I was being shown when I like a really young age, they probably would have called child services. But like my grandfather loved. I remember back in the day. On TNT, there used to be something called TNT Monster Vision. I'm trying to remember what the guy's name was. Bob something, but basically it used to show like classic horror movies, and we did that every Saturday, like
Nice.
all day. It would be like all day we'd be watching horror movies, and so I was like the little kid, you know, 5 or 6 year old, like grabbing people like in the ball pits at like McDonald's. They're like, and, like pretending pretending to be like the creature from the Black Lagoon or something like that. I swear to God, my mom would confirm this, like that we got asked to leave. We got asked to leave McDonald's when I was about 4 years old because I was scaring the crap out of kids in the ball pit, pretending to be the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Imagine that, getting kicked out of a McDonald's out of all places. That's awesome. At 4 years old, that's awesome.
They got a poster of you at the front.
Not welcome.
Not welcome in the ball pit.
But when I went to the audition, I didn't necessarily think anything was gonna really come out of it. Like it was a performing job, and as I said, I just started college, so I was like really trying to study theater, any kind of show business that I could do. I saw it as a job. I was like, oh, this ought to be really fun. And I mean, when I was a kid, I used to go to Not Scary Farm and everything like that. So I went, and my first year, I was in containment. Okay. I was one of the sailors in containment. And then right after my first year, I became something called, back then we used to call it the All-Star Standbys. Now they call it, oh my gosh.
Scare Force or Scare Squad or something?
I can't even remember what they called it this year. But basically, I came in every night and I was somewhere different every night.
Right.
And then started training with them the next year. So I was training with them by like my third year. But it's funny enough, my nickname actually was not haunt related in the beginning. My nickname actually came from another job that followed me to Dark Harbor. And how that happened was I used to work for this company when I moved down here when I was 18, right when I graduated high school. I moved from Yosemite, from like the Yosemite area, and I got my first job at PCE, which I was basically just driving trucks for shows and stuff. I would deliver stuff, and like my second week on the job, this was before like all phones had GPS and everything. My first 2 weeks at work, I ended up getting lost in Los Angeles.
Man!
Because my phone died, and like I had somehow made a wrong turn, and all we had was like the printout pages, so I had no idea. I hadn't lived here for very long, and I got lost in LA. And as soon as that happened, I thought I was gonna get fired from that job. I really did, because I was like, I'd been gone all day and they missed like the delivery and everything. Finally, I was able to get a hold of somebody at the office and we got everything taken care of. Once I got back, everyone at that job started calling me Nemo. As in, like, because we're finding Nemo.
Lost.
Yeah.
And then it just so happened that once I started on the build crew with these guys, I come into work one day and Squeaks is there, and I walk in and it's one of the guys from my job that got hired on as a contractor at Dark Harbor. And I walk in, and he just goes, Nemo! And
everyone's
Squeaks looked at me like, what's this? And then he told the story. And then from then on, Squeaks was calling me Nemo. And then it was funny because then when I did get on the team and they were like, we're doing a show, he's like, what's your name? Nemo. And then I ended up having a lot of fun with it. Created the clownfish character and like watched how all the evolution of that character. So now I just embrace it. But yeah, it did not start haunt related.
That's hilarious to me because you're hearing that and I'm like, okay, Nemo kind of makes sense. We're by the ocean. There's got to be something related to this, right? Nope, it's got nothing to do with Dark Harbor at all. Actually, it
followed me to Dark Harbor.
Followed you to Dark Harbor. That's hilarious though. That's a great origin story. Right there. Oh man. I mean, it's funny because I hear all these stories with you guys, and then to see you guys do all this, man, it's been incredible. What was working together this year? What was some of your guys' favorite moments working together?
I think just being out there with you guys again, man, was fun.
Setting up those scares with each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just kind of decoying and going with each other. And like I found myself playing in the maze, the voodoo.
Yeah. And then
the voodoo maze,
having fun.
Like,
the character fits too, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Over the years, we developed a very specific style of the way we work together. So
Right.
when we're together, it just picks right back up, and it's like it never, like we never left. You know what I mean? It's just like boom, here we go again. Okay, cool. You know, so it without, I think just being able to run out there on the streets with them again, and then
Chemistry, dude.
hey, let's go take a break, and you know, you got your boys. You know what I mean? So it's, you know, it was chill. It was real fun this year to have them.
And I think I saw you guys out there more than anybody. I was always like freaking, you guys were everywhere. Like, if I didn't see you guys in one place, you guys were moving to another place. I remember I would just hang out and just freaking sit there for like a good hour. I would just sit there and watch you guys just freaking. I'd just sit off in the distance and just let you guys be, and then sometimes you'd come up to me like, watch the scare, and then freaking go hit another scare and just be like,
right here.
You're like, get this one.
For me, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I ended up having more fun because I decided to be the crazy one out of the older guys, and I went and got all that all that new gear that's been like, you know,
like the last week.
like like that. Like,
The last week he went and bought new gear.
because like. I don't know. This wasn't around like you know.
That's
before,
true though.
Before,
That's true.
Before, like we didn't have these
You
like
couldn't
new
go on a
toys.
website and order stuff.
And order stuff. You had to
know
make
what I mean?
everything. And I'm sorry, I saw those new Infernal recaps, and
Yeah.
I was like, I have to have them. And
Yeah.
like I went off. It was just I thought I was just setting off fires everywhere.
That is definitely the
those things
crazy
are
thing.
amazing, bro.
To see the evolution though of like just the equipment, and then
Yeah.
you can, like I said, you can go jump on a website and order a whole kit now. It's like you don't have to go to Home Depot. You know
Which
what I mean?
in some ways, like, it's cool, but like, we used to joke about like being a slider. Is like when you made your slider gear, it was like a Jedi making your lightsaber.
Yeah, that's
Like you were not a slider until you made your own.
Your
until
gear.
you made your own
that's
gear.
part of it. That's
Yeah,
part of it.
You know, and the what we call, the kids don't know who he is anymore, but what we call the MacGyverism
Yep.
of it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
What's gonna work? You know, I'd get because the way I sit with my feet, I get the hole in my toe cap right here. I it's like, oh, I think a spoon head will fit right there. So I glue a spoon head on it. You know what I mean? And you get creative.
6,000 BAMs.
Yeah, you get creative. I think Squeaks was the first one to use cutting boards
Yeah.
on his
Yeah,
palms.
I
And it was
remember
just like,
using
yo, hey, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, dude, it's slick. Here, try it. You know what I mean? And you just
Just cut up some
try
cutting board.
stuff. Yeah, just try stuff. Oh, I think this will work.
Well, yeah,
And that's the fun part about off season is like you get that trial and error if you really want to like, or even during seasons like you do, hey, I'm gonna try this tonight. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You don't see it a lot, but that was kind of the fun part about back in the day. Was like you could look at everyone's gear, like just how they had their gear, and it was everybody was different.
Yeah.
Everyone's stuff is different now. You know, because they actually make
It's
the
all
stuff.
mass-produced,
It's all
you know?
like produced
Yeah.
now, so like everything kind of.
But everybody had a different type of boot or shoe, and everybody wore a different glove.
Yeah.
Or some people
Type
had
of
shin
pad.
guards because they're like, yeah, I tend to hit my leg like on the
Rash,
ground.
like Rash
Yeah.
would wear shin guards under with his stuff, and he would just sit full shin. You know what I mean? And rad. You know what I mean? But so yeah, everybody's gear is kind of, you know, there's the basic stuff, but then everything's kind of custom to your liking or your specific needs. You know what I mean?
Because everyone
Yeah.
has a style. They might not know they have a style, but like perfect example is like I tend to slide a little bit more on my left.
Okay.
For some reason.
So you're more dominant.
I wear.
You're more dominant?
No, the funny thing is I'm right-handed, but I slide better on my
You're
left.
left,
I'm
yeah.
weird. I don't know.
It's
But
weird.
for some reason, like I will wear out my left, like the left side of my left pad faster than any of them, and I'll wear down my shoe at the same time. Like I like the steel over on this side will just shred
gone.
off by the end of the season.
How many recaps did you guys go through this season?
Actually, not a lot. Not a lot this year.
I think I just went to I went through one pair.
One pair?
To the second one, but like a lot of people rock the Chucks.
Yeah, I see it.
I don't rock those. I still rock the work boots with
Okay.
the high that goes up to the calf because it supports your ankles. See, a
Right.
lot of people don't have that real support, but the boots support your ankles because they're made to tie tighter up tight. But those ones are just too thin. So
Yeah.
I mean, everybody got their own style. It's cool, but for me, I'm just like I need more support.
Oh, yeah.
It's heavy.
And I think it's also like just what we were talking about before is because like nowadays everything is so much thicker now. I mean before like 2014 to 2000 18, I think, is when like they really started making them like way more thick. We would burn through like 9 or 10 caps a season. Now they make them, you know, a lot thicker, a lot stronger, and like so. Yeah, I think I only actually burned through one. Like one set this year.
That's good.
Or this last year.
Especially with the grounds at Queen, because they're not, you know, they're hit or miss. They're not the best. You know what I mean? Especially, like, you know.
Oh yeah,
yeah, you've had your fair share.
Found that one out this year.
It's just incredible to me though, because like it's like you're saying, it's like it went from being nowhere to like now these are being mass produced, and now you're having even companies come out that are like third party that are just redoing caps, because caps are just, they can't stay in stock. Recaps just cannot stay in stock right now. Like you go to 187 or you go to Smith's and they
but that's always been a problem.
Yeah.
Even back in the day, like you'd have to go to the skate shops.
Like now.
You used to have to go to the skate shops.
Like now.
But you'd have to go early, because then September they're all sold out. They tell you, oh no, all those haunt people come and buy them up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or you'd have to drive to Orange County when they had the vans parked there and try to get them there, or however. And then like certain brands stopped making them, and it just became harder to get.
And then Amazon came out.
So. Yeah, started killing businesses.
Right. So it is nice that there is another source for like recaps, and specifically recaps, because that's the most, you know, expendable thing. But
and I'm seeing more of that. Like at conventions, I'm seeing more and more companies. You know, Insane Haunt Productions is doing their stuff. You know what I mean? They got all these people coming out and doing recaps and all that stuff. So it's incredible to see the market kind of booming that way and really shifting. And it's like you said, like they're starting to realize that people are burning through these quick because of what they're using them for. We need to make them with either a better plastic or something that lasts a lot longer, so these guys can have them for a lot longer and like go an entire season and not have to worry about buying. And it's like I said, if you're going through now just one, I mean, imagine now if the material gets better and better as the years come on, sooner or later you're gonna just be able to do it within one pair. That's it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna lie, those like the Inferno ones that I got, I burnt through the wicks,
sparks.
The sparks that were on there, but I'm like, I guarantee I could probably keep those.
caps are probably still solid.
They're solid. I'll probably be using those next year.
It makes the barrier to entry so much lower now, you know, because I mean, for years, and I did the same thing when I was in high school. You have people come around, hey, what, can I see your hands? What's on your gloves? What kind of knee pads are you wearing? What kind of shoes are those? You know, and they just don't know. They want to get into it, but they just don't know. And then it's like, oh, you got to make it yourself. It's like that kind of lowers the bar to entry a little bit. So it's like, what to say, oh, you could go on a website like Sinister Slide Gear, shout out. You know what I mean? Or something like that.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, like, you could do, like I'm saying, there is sites now that actually they're helping, especially like kids that want to really learn it, but like maybe don't know how to put in the time, or the parents don't know how to put in the effort to like put it, you know what I mean, to build stuff like that. But then you can go on a website and they can buy the stuff and they can learn, and then eventually what will happen is these kids, as they get older, they
want to start making their own
they'll
stuff.
Go on YouTube and stuff, you know, and they'll start to learn, okay, what do I need to buy? What do I need to get? Like, okay, what's good? Or they'll start Frankensteining things and just be like, okay, I like this better with this glove, and
you
know what I mean?
You know, you'll come across something in your dad's garage or something. You'll say, hey, I think this will work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you just
little trinkets and little gadgets and stuff like that. You know,
find a coaster or something and say, oh, this might work real good. You know what I mean? Just whatever you find, you know?
Yeah, that's the fun part about this industry, is you have that creative freedom to just really create your own style and create how you want to be represented in this, you know, this world. And it's like, there are so many times I see you guys out there and I'm just like, you guys make this look so fucking easy. Like, I feel like I could just put on pads and just do it.
You can.
I know I can. I just, I'm too tall, and I'm just like, at this
you're
point.
Not. Dude, Squeaker was
Yeah, I know, he was taller than me. He was taller than me.
I'm not, don't play the too tall card. We got you beat there, buddy.
I'm behind the scenes, bud. That's what I do. Yeah, but no,
there's nothing wrong with that.
I love watching you guys do it, man. It's a fun. I won't lie. There are nights I want to just throw on a costume and get out there. I'm not gonna lie. I see it all the fucking time, and there are opportunities that I get where I can do that. You know, and I'm very thankful for that, because then it kind of releases that. Okay, I got my fix. I'm good. You know, we're in 2026 now, and sliding is, I think, bigger than ever. It's global now. Did you guys ever think that you would see it where it's at now? I mean, you're seeing people in Australia doing it, you're seeing people in Japan do it, you're seeing people in Germany do it. They got teams all across the country now. Did you guys ever think it was going to grow as much? I mean, you know, Knott's was that that start. Dark Harbor took it to another level. So, you know, I'm blanking out right now. Shipwreck took it to another level, obviously, and then Dark Harbor took it to another level with the whole bringing the slider thing to a show aspect, you know. And so, did you guys ever think it was going to be where it's at today? Because it's global now.
It's crazy, man. The crazy thing for me when we came back in 2024, because you know, back in the day we would occasionally practice at the rink and stuff like that, and then we started for shows. We started practicing at the rink, right? And it was like a thing. It was like a soccer game. I was like, this is incredible. There was not only just us, but there were other teams out there practicing, and then other just little random sliders. But then you had like whole families out there with their canopies and their ice chests and their lawn chairs and their little kids. 7, 8-year-old kids are running around with little slider gear on, and I was just like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
so, make a full day out of it, man.
Yeah, so I think we always wanted it to get there, you know, because we, back in the day, we were like trying to get hookups with Red Bull, and we were trying to get it taken to the extreme sports type level, you know, but to actually see where it is now, and like you said, to see it all over the world, to see other kids imitating it and trying to do it. Another shout out, you got kids like the Esco sliders out there killing it. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're the future, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, that's how we were. Yeah. You know, we were young kids just saying, hey, we're gonna do that one.
And you know, like, you talk about them, shout out to them, because they're coming out from distance just to go to the rink, just to go to all these events.
Just to support,
you know, and they're coming out from ways away, and it's because they love the game, bro. They want to be part of the game, and they want to you know, show the love back. So
there is no shortage of talent anymore. You know, it's
and that's always my favorite thing every single year, is to see the new people that come in, to see what they can bring to the table and add to that, because there's always so many people that are just like, it's already a solid event, what can this person bring to the table? And sometimes you just walk away being like, holy shit, that person. I'm pretty sure you guys seen it time and time again over the years. It's just so many people coming in and out and just leaving their stamp or leaving their mark on the event, and then you're just like, holy fuck, like, that person. You know what I mean? I mean, you look at Brix, look at Nemo, I mean, look at you. I mean, you know what I mean? You guys all have come in, and I'm pretty sure you've impressed someone before to put you in the position that you are now. You know what I mean? And look what you guys are now. You guys are in that position to like, oh shit, like now we're those people that are putting those people in that position to set them up for the future. You know what I mean? Because it's just that what I love about Haunt is just that evolution. You know, eventually you're starting to see people's kids do this. Yeah. That you know that you grew up with. You know what I mean? It's like it's crazy to see that. Like I've always said to myself, if I start interviewing people's kids on this podcast that I've interviewed prior to that as monsters, I think it's time for me to retire. Maybe, I don't know, but no. But honestly, like I think it's great, because you see a lot of families that grow up into this world, and then they raise their kids and then they grow up into
they become fans of it.
You know what I mean? They become the fans, and they become the next generation. Like that must be really cool to see that. You know,
I've got videos of my son when he was about 4. Maybe 3 or 4, when he was at the rink with like little makeshift slider gear, and he never slid. He never like actually slid anywhere. But he's about 3 or 4 running out there, and then he'd just like drop. But he'd like pretend like he was
doing his version of sliding. Yeah.
And now he's 11, and now he's 11, and he's asking for his own gear. He's asking for his own gear now. But I was like, well, I don't know if any of the pro gear will fit you yet.
Well, he got some
skinny legs.
Hey, have you seen that slider video we made, the downhill sliding?
Yes, I'm not gonna lie to you, I talk about it constantly to people.
Hey man,
because of that spot.
We were nuts. We were trying to change the game when it comes to like extreme sliding, because it's just like we can do Halloween stuff like that, but I'm like, it's much bigger. Much bigger, man. So
I see your vision. I can see it in his eye. He wants to take it to the next level.
I remember. I'd be able to find the video if I really looked for it. But I remember seeing a couple years ago. I actually remember sending it to Squeaks, to Fido, to all these guys. There was a video of a guy who made like snow sled, like snowboards, but they were on his knees.
Oh man!
But they went all the way, all the way down, and he's sliding on his knees, like skiing down a snowy hill.
He just figured out sliding for the snow.
And I was just like,
that is crazy.
I need one of those.
You just figured out winter sliding.
Knee sledding.
We're gonna take our show to the snow.
Dude. Oh my god! Imagine I could just picture it. The only thing that's showing is your face paint in your face. Everything else in your body's just covered up because it's so damn cold. Y'all look like freaking Randy from the Christmas Story.
Like, you think jumping 9 people right here is impressive? We're gonna go off this slope, fall 35 feet,
coming straight down towards you.
Slider half pipe.
Oh man. It's gotta be one of those things where it's gonna be so extreme. We gotta set up cameras on the hill just to capture all the movement all the way down way. You know what I mean? It's gonna be, yeah, that's impressive.
We're gonna be on those videos that like they used to show, like with all the people wiping out.
Oh man,
look at this jackass.
It'll be worth it.
Just tumbling down. Yep.
there's been some.
There is something there though. I'll be honest with you. Now that you brought that up,
That's how we get to the Olympics.
At least the Winter Olympics.
The Winter Olympics.
We're getting into
Downhill sliding.
Olympics.
Downhill sliding.
Oh man, that's incredible. I mean, like I said, you see people doing innovative things every single day. I've been seeing a lot of people do a lot of innovative things when it comes to sliding. Things that, like I said, when I think I've seen it all, you see someone do something that you haven't seen before.
And there's trial and error.
100%. Yeah. What's been for you guys talking on trial and error? What's been some of your biggest like trial and error moments throughout your career?
Oh man,
He laughs at it. I can't wait to hear that.
No, just like injuries. Like I think I had like a pulled
Tore
ab
your
muscle.
abdominal.
Tore your
ab
abs.
muscle.
Yeah.
You don't realize how much you use that when you're getting up, sitting down, breathing.
Mhm.
Like it's painful. Like
Yeah.
it's painful, and it sucks to have to sit out during the show and be there and it's just like. But you gotta do what you gotta do. So I think it's battling injuries.
Okay.
Or those might come up. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. Trial and error. I'd say my big wake up call, at least at that point in time, was actually at Squeaks' memorial show, not doing this for a few years, and then coming back like I could jump 4. I haven't jumped somebody since 2018. I came in to jump 4, and I've got it on video somewhere. I remember clip. And I actually made a post about that. I felt like that was, I literally have said, I was like, I felt like that was Squeaks. Squeaks like, hey man, you ain't as good as you used to be.
Except 4? Yeah, maybe let's take it back to
Let's start at 1.
Start at 1. We'll work our way up there.
Yeah, maybe 2.
you know, yeah.
But then I actually, I felt like I had a little bit of an unfair advantage on this year. Like I did jump 5 this year, which I was very impressed with. But I did get a bit more practice. I ended up filling in a few times for shows.
I didn't remember that.
This year. So I got a little bit more back into show shape. So I got to practice a little bit more.
A couple test runs.
I got to have a couple crash test runs before the Sliders Unite show, which helped a lot. I don't think I would have been able to jump to 5 if I hadn't have done that, in all honesty.
Yeah.
But which does break my heart, going from jumping 9 back in the day, and then I'm like, man, I barely jumped 3. I was like, I did 5, I'm good.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I can retire.
I think for me, coming back in 2024, I really tried to take a good like couple of months to really prepare my body to come back, because I hadn't done it in like 8 years. Mm-hmm. So, and then like almost exactly a year before that, like the Halloween before that, I tore my groin.
Oh.
So it was like, okay, I cannot hurt myself.
Yeah.
I got to teach karate for a living. Like I got to make sure I'm in shape. So I had a lot of, I guess you could call slider specific exercises I was doing. I was also like turning up the volume in like my kickboxing program and whatnot. And that was all in addition to my regular martial arts training, my workouts and teaching and stuff like that. So a lot of it was just really trying to make sure my body was ready to go back, and then not only just to go back and slide, but to go back and do shows. You know what I mean? Because that's a whole nother, I guess, level of like demanding on your body. You know what I mean?
Right. And do you find, obviously, with doing now with keeping up with martial arts and doing karate, has that helped you with going into Dark Harbor? Obviously, keeping up with that physicality and just keeping up with the mental.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, for anyone who does martial arts, they know a lot of it's about mindset.
Yeah.
So for me, a lot of it was about mindset, going in there with the right mind. You know what I mean? Also making sure you're in shape, you know, and then martial arts can have a lot of rigorous type of exercise, but at the same time, it's stuff that it's meant to be practiced throughout your lifetime, right? So there's still stuff that you can do when you're older to keep you in really good shape, right? So a lot of that really helped, and then a lot of the techniques that I use out there on the street kind of come from some of the martial arts stuff that I do, so it kind of accentuates one another.
Absolutely.
You know, it was just a little harder the next morning.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it always is, man. You're always gonna be sore. Obviously.
Yeah.
That's
So
the body. Just
that was the downside, I guess, when I'm like teaching my regular classes and stuff. I couldn't do certain things to demonstrate to my students that I would normally be able to do because my knees hurt too much or my legs are too tight or something like that. You know what I mean? So, guys, today we're not doing any kicking.
We're gonna take a little easy on that one.
Yeah, but really, it was just making sure my body was right. Really both mentally and physically. You know?
Yeah, because I know that that's a huge thing as far as like going into something like that, is you always want to make sure that like mentally and physically that you're doing okay, especially biggest thing obviously, just always stretch before you go out there.
Yeah.
Stretching is huge.
Yeah, so that was a big thing that changed in my regimen. When I was younger, I didn't stretch a whole lot. I don't need to stretch. You know, now it's
I still don't.
I'm going to stretch for like an hour.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I gotta get limbered up just a little bit. You know?
Yeah.
Just get it all freaking organized and stuff that way. Yeah, no, I feel that, because I remember I did a sliding day with Dieterman, and he fucking kicked my ass, dude. I could not feel my legs the next day. He fucking worked me, and I was just like, I don't know how you fucking do this on a given fucking night by night, a whole season. Like, I couldn't do it for fucking 3 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I have
ibuprofen.
Yeah.
Biofreeze.
Yeah.
Ice baths.
Brix is a big fan of the ice bath.
Oh, Brix is the man.
He loves the ice bath.
Well, that was always his thing.
That was his
like, man,
thing,
my legs,
cryotherapy.
my legs are sore. Take an
Ice bath, bro.
tonight.
Ice bath.
It's a fast healer, man. It really is.
Do you actually like doing it, or is it just more like? Because I don't think anyone really likes doing it, right? Or have you found a way to like it?
I've learned to enjoy it more because I understand the benefits.
Right.
So after that, I'm just like, let me just get through this 5 minutes.
You're looking forward to after.
Yeah.
The aftermath is where it's at.
That's all it is, man. Because it's a fast healer if you do it right.
Yeah.
It really is. So.
Yeah. What do you recommend? Like the longest you stay in there? You said about 5 minutes.
Just depends on how much ice you have in there. So 3 to 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
Anything after that is hypothermia.
You ever seen The Shining? There you go. That's incredible. I mean, I think that, like I said, it's great. I'm so happy that I get to see you guys back at the event, because I feel like there was such a long time and such like I was only had eyes on like a couple events, and I finally get doors open to other events that I get to actually see you guys work, get you guys scared, because I hear the stories, but you know, it's one thing to hear them, but it's another thing to see them. You know what I mean? And I've been very blessed and fortunate enough in this line of work to get to see so many people come out of retirement or come back or just start their career and end up where they are now. It's incredible to see that journey and to see those comebacks and to see that spark in that person's eye, to know why they came back, because they love this event, they love what they do, and they just have a great time doing it. Every single night when I came to the event, I saw that with all of you guys. You guys are having a great time. You guys are doing your guys' thing. You guys are just living, and that's the best advice I think Matthew McConaughey ever said in the Dazed and Confused. LIVIN, living. You know, but it truly is, as a fan and as someone that just loves to learn about the history of these events and everything. It's cool to actually sit there and talk with people that were there and that continue to build on that legacy and to continue to add to that legacy of this event, because I feel like, honestly, like with Dark Harbor being back, I don't think it would have been the same if none of you guys came back. It wouldn't have been the same, honestly, because like we needed you guys back. It needed to have that touch of originality to it, because
we appreciate that.
I mean, when I see Brad come back for a freaking,
you know
what I mean? It's like,
and I mean, that energy's everywhere. That energy's in the back. People are in the back like, yo, Brad's here. You know what I mean? It's just it's like it's infectious, you know?
Yeah, and so like it's the exact same feeling when I see you guys. It's like, oh man, I'm thankful that I get a season with them. This may be the last season with them. I never know. You never know. You know what I mean? So it's like, I always take it for what it is. Like, I always treat it like it's the last season, because you truly never know. You know, next year you could say you want to come back, but then life can just throw you a different hand, and you have to go a different route than what you planned. But with that being said, do all of you plan on coming back for 2026?
Yeah, I know I do.
Nemo can just confidently say,
I know,
yeah.
I know.
He's got that bug again. He wants to come back.
Oh yeah, I'm back.
You back?
Oh yeah.
If they let me do what I did this last year, I'm more than happy to come back. This past year, I wasn't really even like sure if I was coming back or not. These guys were coming back, and I was like, I'm gonna see if they'll let me guest spot. You know what I mean? And then I actually went as a guest for the first time.
I remember
right?
seeing that.
And yeah, so I went as a guest, and then got to see all these guys, and then I ran into one of my bosses, and then they like at the end of the night, my boss hits me up, hey, you want to come work next week? It's like, all right. They were like, yeah, can you come Sunday? Yeah, all right, come Sunday. Like, and then I come Sunday, they give me my badge, and they're like, yeah, just come whenever you want. So I'm like, well, I mean, twist my arm, So, because obviously I got to run the dojo and whatnot. So if they're willing to let me do that again, I'm totally down to come and run with these guys.
Absolutely. Well, I hope we get to see all you guys back there, because it is an incredible event when you guys are there. And honestly, it is such a blessing to have you guys there, because I get to see that history just grow even more. And for anyone that's out there that hasn't had the opportunity to come see these guys over at Dark Harbor, come 2026, go on YouTube, look up videos. It's not going to do it just, you need to go in person and see these guys, because that's the only way you're going to get the true experience of what they're capable of doing. Even at this age, they still can run all you guys down. No problem at all. No problem at all.
He did.
No problem at all. You know what I mean? I'll take veterans over freaking rookies any day.
Let's go.
I'm just saying. There was this one video that I saw on Instagram. It was like when the young guys think they can outwork the veterans, and it's Sam Flint from Tron coming up into the thing with his crew and stuff, and it's supposed to be me and the crew of the boys, the veterans, like coming in to show up the young cats and stuff. But yeah, dude, no, I appreciate you guys, and keep doing it, keep going, and keep it going out there, man. What's one last piece of advice you guys can give that next generation that wants to come in, do what you guys do, or even take it to the next level? Like, what is some piece of advice you can give them?
Just got to do it, man. Don't. I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm gonna do it after this. I'm gonna do it when I'm ready, or next year." Like, just do it. You want to do it, just do it. You want to slide, get your gear, and try it out. Nowadays, you can show up at the rink any given day, and I'm sure there's anybody that would be more than willing to show you a thing or two. You know what I mean? So just get out there. Get out there. You know what I mean?
And definitely don't let the day one pains drive you away. That's what I'll say.
Hurts less is the more you do.
Oh yeah, that was always the thing. Is I've taught a couple people, and it's like after day one, I don't know if this is for me. You can't get out of bed, can you?
Couldn't get up the freaking damn stairs, man.
Yep.
Shit.
That's real. If you plan on sliding, just take care of your body.
Yeah.
Take care of your body. You can slide as much as you want to, but if you don't take care of your body, your knees are going to break down. You're not going to last long in this world. So just take care of your body.
Rip.
Make sure, right. So yeah, just take care of your body for the next generation.
I gotta ask you one more thing, Brix, because I think it was brought up when I talked to X the last time, and I need to know it. Did you almost make the Olympics?
Okay, yeah. What it was I was trying out for the winter team, skeletons.
Okay.
You know what skeletons is?
No.
Explain to him what skeletons is.
Okay, so you know what bobsledding is?
Yes.
So it's on the same track, but it's on like a sled by myself, and I'm going like face first.
Okay.
It's like 90 miles an hour.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Damn.
We have a bobsled team.
And it's funny enough, I can't believe I said it. I got into it because a guy at the Vancouver games, he did it. He came around the turn, and he hit a pole and he died.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Brix is like, I want to do it.
I want to do that.
Dude died.
I know it sounds weird, but I was just like, I kind of want to get into that. Is that weird?
No, it just seems like you got like the adrenaline. Honestly, like.
I mean, as I felt horrible. It was just like I couldn't believe that happened. But I was just like, what is this sport that allowed him to go 90 miles an hour?
It was dangerous. He wanted to be part of it.
I looked into it. So I went out to Chula Vista where they had the training center, and I stayed out there for like a week. like at the training center, it's like they treat you like you're already on the team, and it's just like you just train. And I tried out for it, and I missed it by like 11 points.
But tell them how many points you need to get on the team.
Yeah, it was like I think it was like 210, and I got like 199.
I'm just gonna say they don't know what they fucking lost. But I'm just, you know, like that could have been easy gold right there. But you know,
Yeah,
what do I
man,
know?
so, you know.
He would have been up there, Queen Mary Slider!
Wearing his vest on and shit, getting his gold medal. There you go.
So yeah, man, it was a journey, man. I didn't realize that doing that stuff, how hard it is to just stay in shape and keep going.
Well, imagine the people that do it, like for the, especially because we got the Olympics coming up 2028 here in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I'm already looking at it. It's gonna be a clusterfuck here, but just imagine those people start training the minute that last Olympics ended, and they're training right now.
Yes.
Into the next Olympics, you know what I mean? They don't stop training, you know, until they retire. They don't stop training.
Yeah,
you know, that's why these athletes around the globe are the best at what they do. You know what I mean? You know, that's unfortunate that USA didn't get Brix, because that could have been another great athlete for them. I'm just saying, like, you know, that's just my opinion.
Sliding would have been an Olympic sport.
Sliding would have been
an Olympic sport. Because you know why? He would have done press jumpers. He would have been like, you know, my back.
And he would have got the knee pad sponsorship after. Like,
187s would have been all of his DMs, bro. Smith Scab,
got the red, white, and blue knee pad.
Dude,
stars.
It was like folding and stuff like that. Like, I have to get that. We have to get sliding in this.
It's got to happen, bro. It's going to happen one of these days. If skateboard is able to make it, why can't sliding?
Yeah.
You know? At least let's get it in the X Games or something. You know what I mean?
That was our goal.
Let's get that there first, and then I think that's a good launching point right there.
It'll probably happen.
It's got to.
It'll
happen when I'm 60.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, we're gonna be the the dementia-ridden guys. Like, I used to do that. Okay, Grandpa.
We used to do it with no hand.
What are these safety regulations? Oh man, I know we're all gonna be just sitting in the thing like, fuck, man, we waited for this day for so long, and now it's here, and look at fucking, now we're just gonna sit here. No, it's incredible to see that the evolution of this is gone where it's at, and it continues to grow, and you guys are a huge part of that legacy for a lot of people, especially going into, like I said, and I always say this, it's the first fucking show slider team at an event. Like before you guys, no one was doing that.
Oh, it's the first slider team.
Yeah, in general, you know, like no one was doing that. Like, and to take it to a show aspect of things, no one even thought of it. They did it at Knott's, but it was all improvised. You guys did it, and it was improvised. But to actually have a dedicated set time. Yeah. With a structured show, you know what I mean?
Dedicated set.
Two dedicated sets, and that's the thing that makes you guys unique. Because you know, you go to a place like Six Flags, and they do a slider show, but they only do one a night. So you only have the one time to catch it. Whereas you have the fortune and luxury at Dark Harbor where they had two a night. So like, if you miss the first one, you can for sure catch the second one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, you were able to catch it. There was no ends, ifs, or buts. Like, you can make time for one of those shows. And that is why I think, and you guys are a huge part of that legacy of what that show has become today. You know what I mean? And honestly, like, it's so great to see you guys there. I am so grateful and thankful that I get to see that all the time as a fan, and I can't wait for 2026, honestly, 100%.
And we'll see what goes down.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
We'll see how it goes.
For anyone that wants to follow you guys on socials, if you guys do socials, you don't have to share them if you don't want to, but if you guys do socials, where can they find you?
You can find me Instagram at The Almighty Brix, TheAlmightyBrix.
There it is.
So I actually I'm a little late to the game, but I like, because I was using my main for everything, and then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I'm getting everything confused. So I actually just made one specifically for my sliding stuff, and that is Slider Nemo.
There it is.
At Slider Nemo.
Perfect.
And then I don't have a personal. We've talked about, I'm considering possibly creating one, but as of right now, I have the dojo Instagram, which is Kombat Karate.
Go check out Kombat Karate.
Yeah.
Yep. I can't wait to see what you guys do this year.
Free
honestly.
uniform with subscription.
Free uniform. Oh, I can't make that guarantee.
That's true. He's not wrong.
Free uniform with a subscription.
He's not wrong.
Check it out.
Get those hunt abs.
There you go. I think we were talking about that the last time we did the podcast. You're like, if any haunt people want to come through and like I could teach you some self-defense, like you come through before haunt.
Man. Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's not just for the kids. We could teach some haunt people. Some
You know,
stuff.
when you're working haunt, the very second that the Dodgers win the World Series, it can get a little crazy.
How cool was it though that the Queen actually blew the horn for that?
That was pretty cool.
Awesome.
Brix wasn't real happy about it.
No, I had money on it. I lost my money.
I lost my money. I had money on it and I lost my money.
Was it the scuba?
Did you bet against the Dodgers?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
It looked like the Blue Jays gonna take it.
I didn't look like it, but you
I thought
know,
they gonna take it.
it's Kendrick City, bro. We know where it's at.
Yeah.
You know, come on.
We'll see this year.
We'll
I
see.
remember-
We're going for a three-peat.
I remember that night watching Scuba. Literally every time he like.
Oh,
I don't think he took a
was
break. Like
so stressed out.
he was so stressed
He
out
was
that night.
stressed out.
The game?
Yeah, he was so stressed
go-
out.
I think he kept coming up to me and asking me for the score.
He did.
Probably.
He probably did.
Yeah.
I like Dodger fans. It's like they are part owners of the team.
Right.
Like they feel for the team. They lose, like everybody feels that loss, and it's like it's so sad. I'm just like, it's okay, you guys.
The cool thing about it was like everybody was literally watching the game on their phone. So
Backstage-
if you were
backstage,
just, so
yeah,
if you
it
were
was
just
all-
curious, you could just be like,
I know. You
okay,
just go
check
to
the
like
score real
anywhere
quick and,
in the
you know,
anywhere
yeah.
in the event, anywhere backstage.
You
like
just check the score. All right, cool.
some people were right there on the tables drinking, fucking watching the
Yeah,
game.
well,
yeah, oh, yeah, everybody.
In the queue.
Yeah.
It's like it was
nuts.
everywhere,
It was
bro.
nuts.
Who's your baseball team? Don't say the Angels.
No, the Cardinals.
St. Louis, huh? Okay, that's not a bad team.
Yeah, but see,
Not a terrible team. At least, if you would have said the Angels, then we would have had an issue. If you would have said the Padres, we would have had a bigger issue.
Jeez.
If you would have said the Giants, then I would have just walked out. Gentlemen, thank you so much for the time. I appreciate each and every one of you.
Anytime, brother.
We've been talking about this one for a good year now when we did your original. And I'm glad we finally got to do this, especially with you two here. This has been an incredible episode, and I'm so blessed, so thankful. So again, thank you guys so much. Thanks for hosting me.
Of course,
appreciate
anytime,
it. This
anytime.
is beautiful dojo.
Thank you.
Again, Kombat Karate, come down, get some
Yeah,
lessons.
check it out, guys.
You know what we should do? I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe you should run a promo just for Haunt Monsters, just to see how it goes one year. Just do it for 1 week.
I mean, I'm down to do like
Just be like, hey, self-defense for Haunt.
I'm down to do like a seminar or something, a workshop.
Just for a week,
know?
just one time, just to run a trial on air, just to see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm
see what
down.
shows up.
Let's try it.
Let's try it. Maybe we'll run it in the summer. We'll see what's up.
September time or something.
Maybe we'll come down and film it. Do a little documentary.
There you go.
There you
A
go.
little day in the life.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed today's episode, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and follow us on all of our social media. We will be back next week right here on the Nights of Horror for another episode. But until then, stay spooky.